Hello, this is Neal Fitzpatrick and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video will be an introduction to classical guitar, so let's get started. So before we start playing, we have to do some basic things like sitting and holding the guitar, because without that you won't really be able to play to your best abilities. So you just get a comfortable chair, usually a hard, even seat, and you want to sit on the edge of it a little bit. You don't want to be sitting back. And so you have to lift your left leg when you play classical guitar. It's pretty much the standard thing. And the old school conventional way to do it is to use a footstool like this. And it's adjustable. You can get this online anywhere or a local music store. And it has these section on the back where you can adjust the height based on your size and the seat that you're on. So I'm going to put it right there. I still like to use the footstool. That's kind of how I prefer to play. There are alternative ways to do it, so I'm putting it there, and I lift my leg up. There's other things like this. This is a cushion, sort of, I call it a big stuffed comma, right? And you put that on your leg, and that way your feet stay on the floor. So that's just one option. There's these little braces too, but we can talk about that in another video. So, like I said, you sit on the edge of your seat. You get comfortable in 4 points of your body. Your two shoulders should be relaxed and down, and you should be sitting comfortably, and you bring the guitar to you like that. Right. So the most important thing is that you don't hold the guitar up with your left hand. You hold it up with your right arm like this. So you make a lever with your right arm, assuming most of you are playing right-handed. So what then is that it frees your left hand up to play without tension and without ease and without worrying about having to hold on to the guitar. You should never feel like you're going to save the guitar from falling with your left hand. It's sort of like violinists and violists, how they put the instrument underneath their neck, and that leaves the left hand free to go up and down the neck with ease and without any concern about holding up the instrument. And it's really the same thing with the guitar. So you create a lever like this, and you put like a loose fist over the rosette like this, and as we will see in our next part, you put your thumb here to start making notes, and you have a slight break in your wrist like this. So we'll lower this a little bit. So you get the guitar, you have a sort of an angle where the tuning head is up around almost even with your head. Bring the guitar to you, a slight tilt backwards. You make a lever with your arm like this. And we're not even going to do anything with our left hand, so you just could put it on here, or you can just let it lie at your side. Put your thumb on the 5th string to support, and then you're ready to play. There is some basic terminology that we also need to proceed. So the first thing is the string numbers, because I'll be referring to certain string numbers. So the first string, the thinnest string, is the E, and so the first string is the highest pitch, and that's going to be the first string on which we do an exercise. And then the second string is the B, and that's the next thickest engage, and the third string, and so on. So the next and most important thing is how to indicate your fingers in your right hand. The fingers that you pluck the strings with, or produce the tone, produce the sound. So because of the heritage of the guitar, the Spanish heritage, we use a lot of Spanish terms. So we're going to do that right here. So your thumb, you play with your thumb, your index, your middle, and your ring finger. But in Spanish, in guitar terminology, that we're often referred to as PIMA, or P-I-M-A. Pulgar, indicio, medio, anular. And that's thumb, index, middle, and ring. So if somebody refers to your I finger, that's your index finger. If somebody refers to your middle finger, it's your medio or your middle, and so on and so forth. So we are going to start with an exercise on the first string with index and middle. So here is your first exercise on the classical guitar. So you're going to have a shape in your right hand, a soft curl like this. And it's not straight, it's not curled like a hook. And that's how your fingers are going to hang from your joints, like right here, these joints. And they have enough tension in them. You don't have to add to it. You just let them be. And there's an idea of supporting your hand. And so we're going to support the hand by putting your thumb, like you're going to hitchhike, on the 5th string, which is the A string. And you're going to place the tip of your fingers, whether you have a nail or not, because as you know, classical guitarists play with our nails. But for now, even if it's this flesh, right where your nail would meet your flesh. And I used the word pluck before, but it's really not plucking. It's a bit of a misnomer, because we're going to play what's called a rest stroke. And that's more of a push. So we're going to take I, your index finger, and we're going to push through the 1st string. And what you want to do is have a steady pulse. Plays, comes back, plays, comes back, plays, come back. You have this slight crack in your arm. It's not this, it's not this. You put your arm like a lever and you let your hand just sort of hang there. And so you play this. And what you should do is you should do this for about 60 minutes, 60 seconds to 1 minute to 2 minutes on each. Take a little break. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on the middle finger. So again, little angle here. You play sort of in the middle of your finger to the left side, sort of in center left. It's a slight angle. And you push, and you let your finger come to rest on the adjacent string. In this case, it's the 2nd string. And if you notice, we're going for a steady pulse here, a steady pulse. Then reset, just see, review what you just did, and we're going to alternate the 2 fingers. And this is a really important part of classical guitar playing. It's an essential part. So let's start with I. You place your finger on the 1st string, and you place the next finger on, and when one plays, the other goes out. You can even get a little meditation saying I am, I am. So once you get that, clear, you just do that for a couple of minutes, and then take a break, and then we're going to go to the 2nd string, and we're going to repeat that process. We're going to play all I, still maintaining that hand that looks like it's going to pick up a piece of luggage, a handle like that, but loose and relaxed. And you should be thinking about tone production. Like, what do I need to produce this tone? And it's never too early to take that into consideration. As soon as you start doing this, you are a musician. Then you revert, you take a break, play on the 2nd string. And you know where we're heading with this, so you reset. Now, we're going to do it on the 3rd string, but we're going to move our supporting thumb to the 6th string. Give you a little bit more space between your fingers. And again, do a minute or 2 on the 3rd string or the G string. Do that for about a minute or 2, then you're going to switch to your middle finger. So that is how you get started on classical guitar. Please join me for my next video where I introduce you to the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings and playing with your thumb. Please leave any comments below or questions, and feel free to email me or message me anytime. Thank you very much. See you next time.